Hello guys, Mess Graphics here. So in my channel, close to 70% of my designs are church flyer designs. But I noticed that I've not really created a church flyer design that has picture of the guest speakers or the guest ministers. So I wanted to solve that problem in this tutorial. So today guys, I'll be showing you how to design a unique church flyer with pictures using Photoshop CC21. So guys, let's get started. So guys, we're in Photoshop right now. I'll be using my normal size 2000 by 2000. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place the background that I'll be using for this design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this Bible because I won't be needing it in this design. Since I'm done with that, I'll take this remaining part of the background. I'll flip it. Then I'll bring it to the lower part. And then I'll duplicate it and flip it again. I have to make sure that they are together. Okay. I'll now group this together and I'll merge it. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to place the logo that I'll be using for this project right at the middle, then at the top. Then I'll type in presents and then the theme for this program. So let me change the font a little bit. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. Make sure it's aligned. Then I'll pick up my text tool and I'll type in the theme. So for now, you won't be able to see this theme clearly. So when I'm done typing it, I'll increase the size so that you can see what I typed in. Okay. So for the theme, I'm going for building capacity in God's kingdom. So let me just work on this. Let me work on the tracking and the kerning. Okay. So for my fonts, the font for this building capacity is Morganite. Like I saw the comments on my previous videos where I was instructed to always post the fonts that I'm using for each design. So I'll also be leaving it at the description, but the fonts I'm using right now for the building capacity is Morganite. So what I'm doing is to convert this to a smart object. Then I'll warp it. So I'm going to type in the second part of the theme, or the sub theme. Not the sub theme, sorry. That's part of the theme too, but in terms of hierarchy, the main message there is building capacity. Then the essence of adding in God's kingdom is just like making you to understand what the team is trying to say. For example, you can build capacity in your school, you can build capacity in your academics, but so I'm using this in God's kingdom to bring it home, like to make you guys understand what the team is really talking about. So that's why I did make it the same size with the building capacity. So as usual, I'll make sure it's aligned and I'll zoom in. And what I want to do right now is I want to create a shadow. I could have gone for drop shadow, but I really want the shadow to just be in the theme. I don't want it to also show on the background, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay. I'll use Gaussian blur to add more effect to it. And then I'll group all this together. So which type of designer are you? Are you the designer that makes sure he arranges, or are you the type of designer that just leaves your layers out there? So just drop which one you are on the comment section. For me, I think I'm both. Really, but I would advise grouping your layers together, because it makes you be able to know where each layer is, and it makes you it gives you more control whenever you want to change an aspect of your design. For example, if you leave your layer scattered, I have a design that I left my layer scattered. I wanted to change something that is, I had to look for the layer. I didn't even know where it was. I had to search before I saw that it was under, like it was not even related to the layer. It didn't even have any relation to the place it was. You know, that's the beauty of Photoshop, working with layers. It makes you know where to find things sometimes. But I don't want to really bring the confusion of Photoshop and CorelDRAW, because that's a battle I don't think anyone has actually won so far. So if someone asks you Photoshop or CorelDRAW, just tell the person, the best answer to give to the person is whatever works for you. That's just the best answer to give to the person at that moment, whatever works for you. Because I started off with CorelDRAW, but when I noticed that Photoshop was not working for me, so I switched over to Sorry, I started with CorelDRAW. When I said that CorelDRAW was not working for me, I switched over to Photoshop. And since then, I've not stopped using Photoshop ever since. The reason why I love Photoshop actually is because of the flexibility. Photoshop is really flexible. I know those that use CorelDRAW will really counter this my point, but I really feel that Photoshop is very, very much flexible than CorelDRAW. But CorelDRAW does more work than Photoshop. For example, when you want to print or when you want to export your work for print, you know that you always export using CorelDRAW because CorelDRAW is a vector file, so it can be increased to any size, while Photoshop is normally restricted to the size you design it to. For example, when you design a flex using Photoshop, you sometimes when you size it in a way that is not proper, it might make your flex look blurred or it will be rasterized. Because Photoshop is a raster based type of design software. So I'll be typing in the address. Adding this address at this point. So let me place the location icon. Okay. Then I'll change the color of the icon to yellow. So I've been getting messages on my WhatsApp asking me how I get my backgrounds for designing church flyers. Or maybe on WhatsApp. I'm looking for a way where I can show you guys how my complete design process, like how I source for my backgrounds, how I know the font to use, how I know the best alignment to use for my designs, and I'll make out a day to actually address that. Like I normally tell my friends or maybe people close to me that say that they want to learn graphic design or they want to learn what design is all about. Like I tell them that design is I don't want to exaggerate. Design is 80% creativity and 20% skill. That's what I think. I'm not trying to just bring out a figure and tell you that that's the normal figure. I'm just telling you what I feel. I feel like design is 80% creativity and 20% skill. If you ask me why I say that, you can have the skill on how to use Photoshop, but once you don't have the creativity to know the strings to pull at a certain time, you may not be able to utilize that your skill to a maximal level. Let me bring it down. Let me explain what I mean. What I mean is that if you don't have creativity, you may be given a flyer. You know how to get there, but you don't know what to do to get there. For example, I'm giving a church flyer, so I have the skill of Photoshop. I know how to use Photoshop, but I may not be able to think. I may not be able to be creative, and that can limit your skill level. So as a designer, make sure you always try your best to be creative. That's why I've always told many designers, always have a design collection, like from favorites, from great design from your favorite designers. Always have the collection of that, where you can use and build up your creativity. There are many great designers in Nigeria that you can actually see their designs on Instagram and learn from. When you talk about designers like Caesar Graphics, Carter's Graphics, and all these guys, all of them, I can't mention all of them, but having a design collection is necessary. If you see a design you love, you can keep it in your design collection so that you can relate to it anytime you want to build up your creativity and relate to the design, and you can see, okay, this is what this guy did, this is what this guy did. So you know how to put the strings your own self when you're creating your own design materials. Like I normally say, design is a journey. So as you progress in graphic design, that's how you also learn. It's a continuous process. You don't just learn it all in one day. So for this aspect of this design, I'll be using stock images because okay. So I'm trying to use this guideline to make sure that everything that I input at this point, I want to make sure that all of them are on point. All of them are in the same line with each other. So what I'm doing here basically is to input the pastor names. Okay. So I'll be changing the name for the last speaker. Okay. Okay, let me take it to the left. Okay. Then I'll remove my guidelines. Increase the rectangle a little bit. So also to add, one of the ways I boosted my creativity as a graphic designer was that as a beginner, I opened myself. I know that many guys won't be happy to hear this, the no free design crew. But as a starting designer, I tried my best to do some designs. I didn't say all designs. I tried my best to do some designs free. So don't get me wrong at that point. What I was trying to do was that I was trying to experiment with different type of work briefs. As a graphic designer, always give yourself challenges sometimes. Like you give yourself a flyer, you design it, you think of a flyer that even though you know that is not a real flyer, but you just use it to practice. Let me say practice. So the reason why I did that free design was that as I was getting those designs, it helped me to, not me just giving myself the brief right now, but somebody giving me the brief, which actually challenged me, because whenever I give myself a design brief to actually practice, most times I'm limited to my own ideology. For example, I'm limited to what I want. I'll always choose a team that I know I can work with. But when I started doing this, it made the teams more random. Like I asked people, okay, you need the flyer, or you tell me what type of flyer you need, tell me the team. So with that, I was able to build up my creativity. So as a graphic designer that is starting up, always try your best. I'm not saying always try your best to do free design, but always try your best to practice on your own. You can give yourself a fake church name, a fake team, a fake program, and just try your best to practice with it. Sorry. Okay. So at this point, I must confess, this is looking much more better than I expected it to be. And don't mind me when it comes to my alignment. I know that I'm someone that loves using center alignment. I'm the one that loves using center alignment. So guys, I made a request last time for you guys to drop some things on the comment section, but not everybody commented on that. But I really want us to, I'm not just creating these videos so that we can just watch it and learn. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to create this video so we can be able to interact. I can be knowing, so that I can know how to assist you guys most times. So in the comment section, just mention the type of design you want me to be doing a tutorial on in the comment section. Like, mention the type of design you want me to be doing a tutorial on, because I've noticed that I've done a lot of church flyer designs. So any design that you want me to be working on as a tutorial next time, you can drop it on the comment section. So I'll choose from the comments and I'll know the one to work on. I can choose all of them, but I can decide to work on them at different intervals. So just because I'm trying my best not to just do this and not make an impact with it. Like, I'm trying to make an impact, and I'm trying to reach out to as many more designers as possible, because that has been my goal. So what you want me to be working on next, just drop it on the comment section. So for this background, I used a city. So the best way to blend your backgrounds in Photoshop is using the blending. I don't know, sometimes I confuse those two words, blending options or blend mode. I think it's blend mode. Because sometimes I can get it confused at some point. So where you have the multiply, the overlay, the soft, I think is overlay, screen lighting. So where you have all those things, it helps you to blend your background most times. It helps you to give your background that unique look most times. So the font for In God's Kingdom is So Signature. I'll leave that at the description, but I really wanted to just call it in the video, but I'll be leaving it in the description. So I think I'm done with that effect. Okay, let me just increase the blur a little bit. So any question you have, feel free to ask it on the comment section. I'm really open to questions and suggestions. I don't believe in being a lone ranger, or a lone ranger actually. So any question you have, you can ask me on the comment section. You can use my link at my profile to get my social media, my WhatsApp, my Telegram, and you can send me a message. I know sometimes I may not answer early, but I try my best to answer every message that I've gotten so far. But the best way you can reach to me is through the comment section, because I know that whenever I post a video, I'm always aware of the comments, because I love receiving feedbacks from you guys, so that I'll know what to do and I'll know how to reach out to you more. Because I believe in making an impact. I don't just want to come and design a flyer or a tutorial and you guys don't really understand what I'm doing. So any question you have, any suggestion you have, just drop it for me at the comment section. But seriously, I love you guys. You guys are wonderful. You guys are really, really awesome. Like, the growth of this channel hasn't been what I expected. Like, I never expected it to grow like this. But you guys have been very supportive. Most of you guys that really appreciate and really come and tell me that, wow, this is really helping them. I'm very, very happy, and I thank God that my dreams are coming to pass. Like, my dream to help many designers grow their skill sets is really, really coming to pass, and I'm grateful to God and I'm grateful to you guys. So if you are new to this channel and you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I drop a new video, so that you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. So guys, thank you for staying to the end of this tutorial. Remember to drop your questions, suggestions and reviews on the comment section. Mez Graphics out.